Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? So, listen, today we are going to discuss faith over fear. And I am one that kind of struggles with this as well because um, I have faith. I absolutely have faith. And I know people say, well, how do you have faith if you are fearful? I am one of those type of people who I do have faith that things will work out, but I often get in the way. Um, Even though I'm praying, hey God, I need for this, and I know that He's gonna do it, but I am one that if He doesn't do it within 24 hours, I'm already trying to come up with a plan to help Him out when He don't need no help. So I have to learn to be patient, pray about it, put it in God's hands, and have faith that He'll do exactly what He's always done, which is show up. So it's okay to be afraid, it's just not okay to remain fearful. Because you're gonna, be afraid, or that's what the purpose of having emotions is about. But like my mom tells me all the time, if you're gonna pray about it, don't worry. If you're gonna worry, don't pray. Because fear and faith cannot dwell in the same place. You can be fearful about something. Once you pray about it, give it over to God, then you should be confident that He's gonna take care of the rest. And I know that's harder to do than said, but that's where you have to rely solely on the word and what you know to be true. And then I can go as far as to say, because a lot of times people want to say, oh, well, you must don't believe if you don't have faith, or you must don't believe if your faith is so easily wavered. Well, no, that doesn't mean that I don't believe. That just means that um, I don't want to say unsure, but I'm just trying to be proactive, or I'm trying to, in my case, I always seem to pray about it and say, Lord, please take care of this. And then I'll turn around and be doing the opposite of what I've asked Him to do, making the situation worse, I'm sure. Instead of just waiting and being patient, I have a real big issue with that. I'm not a patient person, and I have to work on patience, because just like anything, it takes time. Like I told you guys, when coming into the YouTube thing, I've started it a couple of different times, but I always stop because I have a couple of videos, no views, no new subscribers, and I'm like, this ain't working. This ain't working. Because I'm a microwavable type person. If it doesn't happen within, an hour, 24 hours of me asking for it or praying for it, I'm, you know, looking for the next best solution, which there is no better solution than to pray and ask God to take care of it. But for some reason, whatever reason in my mind, I'm automatically programmed to be thinking of what I can do, instead of just relaxing and waiting patiently. um, I am a overthinker. I'm a worrier, and if something happens, or it's like if something good happens, I'm thinking of the different ways it could possibly go wrong. Nothing has happened to the point where I would even think something would go wrong. However, if something good happens, I'm thinking about the different ways I can prevent it from going wrong. Or I'm thinking about, because this happened and it seems too good to be true, this might happen. I'm always thinking. If it's something as simple as, should you go back to school? I'm thinking about, okay, if I go back to school, then this might happen, or this may fall through the cracks, or I may not have time to do this. Or if you don't go back to school, then this might, I'm constantly thinking, and I'm over exhausting myself. So I am a worrier just by nature. And being a worrier and stressing about things that have not happened or things that can possibly happen um, can take a toll on your physical health. Because I hear all the time people say that when you worry or stress like that, stress will kill you. And I do believe that to be true. So I am constantly just, always thinking of, making sure I have a plan. My kids are gonna go back to school this year, back into the school, and things will come up that'll make me doubt that, and then I go to thinking about it again. For instance, I had already said, oh, they're going back into school this year. Got to go back into school. I know that they're going to be okay. I'm going to get them vaccinated. And hopefully, even if they do happen to get it, it won't be that bad on them. So that was the plan. Then I hear about the uh, situation with the active shooter in the Texas area. And it had me completely questioning whether or not that was a good idea. Now, and I know things like that happen everywhere, and you can't actually control or prevent every little thing from happening. But I like to control what I can control. So, of course, in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, is it a good idea to send them back virtual? What happens if, that happens at the school and they don't know what to do? And so I said, okay, I'm overthinking it. I'm going to have faith that everything is going to be okay. The school is prepared for anything such as that if it happens. We're going to pray that it doesn't, but they need to be back in a school setting. So I'm going to have faith that everything will be okay, even though I'm afraid. But I just think it has been heightened. My fear has been heightened a lot because of the pandemic. Like, I was kind of fearful at first, and I deal with anxiety. But when the pandemic happened, it just seems like it escalated that anxiety on 1,000. And I was telling my doctor about it, and I was telling my doctor, my anxiety just has really, I can't really get a good grasp on it, but it was because constantly, every day, I was hearing different things about, uh, these mass deaths of COVID patients, and, being sick, and, wondering if I can go out of the house. Should I go to the grocery store? Should I just put in an order online? Um, my husband coming back and forth from work, and he's been working with people, will we be exposed? So it was just really heightened. And I kept telling her, I said, I may need something to calm my nerves, because I was able to deal with it, um pre-medication, but it just seems like I couldn't get a grasp on it, because all I was thinking was about my kids, and oh my God, they got people that's dying and all this stuff. And I was praying about it, and I was, keeping the faith that, hey, everybody in my family was going to be okay. My mom's, my sisters, brothers, everybody's families. And then you were kind of isolated, which I didn't have a problem with that, because I'm so used to being at home. I'm a homebody. So, while everybody else was freaking out about having to be in the house all the time, I was fine. Your girl was fine, because I'm in the house all the time anyway. I love being at home. So, um, it was just those types of things. My husband would be like, come on, let's go to the grocery store. And I'm like, I'm not going out there. I'm not going out there. And he'd be like, well, we got to go to the grocery store. I'm like, we're going to put that order in online, and then we'll just go and pick it up. So it was things like that. And I just had to get a handle on that. That's why I don't watch the news. I don't watch the news because the news is depressing, and it gets me in an anxious place. So I like to always pray in the morning whenever I get up. And I pray just periodically through the day. And it could be something as simple as, Lord, I thank you. Or it could be, Lord, thank you for keeping me today. Or, it doesn't have to be a long 30-minute, long drawn out prayer. It's just that, every day I'm constantly, mindful that today was not guaranteed, that I was blessed to be able to be here. And I have faith that everything is going to work out exactly the way it's supposed to. So with the social media thing and the YouTube thing, if it's meant to be, it's going to be. And I just like to encourage people to keep the faith. Yes, it's okay to be fearful at times, to be afraid. That's human nature. Is it that you want to dwell in that fear? No. Because if you believe and you trust, then, the fear should fade. So, yeah, I just like to encourage people to continue to push forward, continue to remain faithful. We are about to start back because we still hadn't been going into the church, because it seems like every time we got ready to, get back into a normal routine, the numbers would start back to go up, and in our area it would go up, and et cetera, et cetera. So we are about to get back into the habit of going to church every Sunday. And not to say that you have to be in church in order to pray and to, you know, hear the word, but it definitely helps. For me, it does. It helps. It makes me feel a lot better. It prepares me for the beginning of the upcoming week. And it's good to fellowship with other people, because regardless, you need that spiritual interaction with others. So I want to encourage you guys, keep the faith. Keep the faith. Everything is going to be okay. Everything is already all right. So that is my video for today. I want to thank you guys so very much for watching. I will be dropping more videos tomorrow. Again, I am trying to be consistent on YouTube for 30 days to see how I can get placed into the algorithm and kind of see how I can grow my channel. You guys, please support me. Go ahead and like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace.